I'm Janet on occasion, and today we're playing the Total War Warhammer Battle Replay. As you can see, got Sigvold here, leading the Warriors of Chaos, and he's in Bretonia. He's not sure how he got here, but he doesn't care. There are dwarves to kill, Clan Angrund actually. So yeah, it should be fun. So in the front line, nice cheap armor-piercing front line of Chaos Marauders with great weapons. These guys will cut through a lot of dwarves. I mean, they're ruddy fragile, the Marauders, but yeah, dwarves don't have the best offensive capabilities, really. So as long as you can penetrate their armor, they kind of lose their their main hand there. So it's pretty good. So you can actually chop through a lot of them with very cheap infantry. Unfortunately, they do have terrible leaderships. They're not good in sustained combat, but you can bring the aspiring champions to inspire them a bit, keep them in the fight for longer, and they really pay off in this matchup. But I did bring some stronger infantry in the back, just in case he brought something with a bit more, a bit more welly. Like Iron Breakers, for instance. Iron Breakers don't have very good armor piercing, but they've got a lot of armor. So yeah, throwing even Chaos Warriors are great weapons. It really helps. Also, got some Trolls. They've got really good armor piercing, and they regenerate, so they'll just run away. They can't really be chased down by anything the Dwarves have, and they can run back, which is really good. Also, I got some Forsaken on either side, because even in this matchup, they can chop through Dwarves fairly well. They've got good good armor as well, actually. Let's see, they've got, what is it, 75 armor, which isn't, isn't to be sniffed at, but their weapon strength is huge. So even though they don't have armor like piercing per se, they're nice and quick flanking units, and they can still do a lot of damage against the dwarves. Certainly they're cheaper infantry. And yeah, I've got a couple of Gore Beast chariots as well. These are just hilarious, run straight through a load of dwarves, do a ton of damage. So they're great fun. But they're going to be a bit vulnerable here, because this guy's got 3 lots of gyrocopters with brimstone guns. These have great anti-large, and he doesn't have to worry about shooting down Kolek or anything like that, which is pretty sure that's why he brought these. He can just focus on my chariots and my trolls, so I've got to watch out for these guys. Also, the bombs are going to hurt as well, so that's good fun. But over here, I couldn't really tell what was in this forest. Obviously, I've got chariots, and running through these trees is going to be a bit of a nightmare with all the chariots, so it's going to ruin a lot of my charges. So, very clever. So, he's got these Longbeards, great weapons, big front line of them. These are very disciplined units. They're not gonna run away. They're gonna sit and fight for most of this battle. Also, he's got some Slayers and some Dragonback Slayers in the back. So again, they'll be able to collapse onto my Gore Beast chariots very quickly. So that's gonna hurt. He's also got Throny Ironbrow, so nice ethereal unit there. He's a ethereal runesmith, so he's gonna be really hard to kill and be able to throw runes at me, which is very annoying. And he's also got King Lon Ironhammer, who's a ethereal Thane, so just great melee fighter, and ethereal, so yeah, mad physical resist for these guys. It's going to be really hard to kill them because I did not bring a wizard, so that's going to hurt. And he's also got a Rune Lord leading it, and just on foot though. But yeah, mad, really bizarre setup, but good though. The fact that I didn't bring a wizard and I don't have any flying units to deal with these guys, there's a lot I need to watch out for here. So, and I had no idea what to expect in this forest, so I wasn't sure what I was going to end up fighting. So here I'm trying to keep, I'm just going to speed those up actually. I could have probably sped it up a while back. But I had to tell you all about the stuff. So, oh, and you might notice as well, he's got, Longbeard with great weapons, so he's got great armor piercing as well, which isn't going to pay off against the Marauders, who don't really have any armor, but, it's going to really make these guys suffer, the Chaos Warriors with their great weapons. So, this should be really interesting. And but yeah, Longbeards though, the main thing is just they've got really solid stats, good armor, good discipline. So yeah, they're not gonna run away. Yeah, they will stay and fight for a long time. So so I start running up, and I'm sending my my Gore Beast chariots through the forest basically. When I see these two peel off though, sort of overtaken him, so I decide to send him back over to the other side. Because if you can keep these guys split up, he can't just set a blob of Slayers and deal damage to both of them. Keep them nice and far apart, then yeah, you can attack other units. It's harder for him to micro through it all, which is really good. So yeah, so as you can see, my trolls are taking some damage, but not too much. He's mainly got these guys still chasing my Gore Beast chariot, who hasn't taken any damage yet, which is good. A lot of trees I got to shoot through, so they're gonna be missing a lot of these shots. So that really helps me. So yeah, so still moving up. This thing with Chaos, a bit slow. Especially the Warriors. Jesus Christ, I mean, what's their speed? Speed 28. Absolutely mad. What's the Dwarves? The Longbeards have got 26. Wow, Chaos Warriors are quicker than Dwarves. You know what? I thought the Dwarves were quicker than Chaos Warriors. So that just shows how slow Dwarves are, because God, come on guys, come on. So yeah, a bit ridiculous. Forsaken though, they're very quick. Let's see, that's 48. So yeah, really nippy. I mean, is that more than the Gorbies? No, Gorbies got 66, which isn't very quick for sort of like a cavalry unit, but, you know, still, pretty quick. Quicker than any dwarf infantry. I mean, the Slayers, what have they got? They're on 40, so yeah, Forsaken are quicker than Slayers, which is kind of novel. So, you know, fast, brackets, for a dwarf, was faster Forsaken. So it's pretty good going. So here, he's charging, you know, at me, so I'm not going to charge in, I'm going to pull this guy back. Bait these guys, hopefully, into a battle with my Forsaken. Over on this side, you can see he's trying to chase these Forsaken, and I get a lovely charge straight through before I get them with my Forsaken. So I've done a lot of damage to this unit of Greybeards. Not Greybeards, sorry, Longbeards. Nice and early. Here, I collapse all my guys, pretty much in the middle though. I didn't mean to actually just send them all straight into the middle. But oh well. Because, you know, he doesn't have a lot of, you know, he's got some infantry on the outside, which I can actually take advantage of with my chariots fairly well. So that's nice. You can see, look, a big chunk there. There's probably, what, like, I don't know, 20% of their health gone with one charge. Pretty good. So yeah, these Longbeards, they're just fine. Forsaken. You know, not the best matchup for Forsaken, but they will slowly get through them, I think. Over on this side, though, these Forsaken have been fighting Slayers, and they've done a lot of damage to the Slayers, and that is great for me. Now, though, he's trying to, you know, knacker up my my guys with his JanetOccasions, which is very annoying. So neither is Forsaken. So you can see some Marauders have run off, but they're back again very quickly, actually, very quickly. Hard to tell what's going on in the middle here. Basically, it's just a massive slugfest. Basically, all the heroes are in here, and the odd unit of Longbeards is hanging about. And I'm getting some nice charges in here, doing a lot of damage with the Gorbies chariots. They're not necessarily getting a lot of kills, but they're doing a lot of HP damage, and that's really paying off for my, you know, cheaper units like Marauders and things. I get a hit on them, and yeah, it's going to get a kill because of the amount of damage they've already taken. So that's really good. However, my chariots have taken an absolute, yeah, a lot of damage. But then, yeah, so are their Slayers. So that's really good news for me. Managed to do a lot of damage to their Slayers for Forsaken, which is really good. Forsaken are very good at taking out Slayers, actually. Especially because they're quicker as well, you know. Chasing them down with them would have been great. But unfortunately, I had one unit that just got, you know, chased off this way. And, yeah, I wasn't able to sort of capitalise with that, get around the back. So, I'm starting to have some guys terrified, because, yeah, Kinglun and, what's his name? Throny Ironbrow, they're both terrifying. So, yeah, I will get a lot of people running away and have to bring them back, which is very irritating for me. But it's not the end of the world. So, Gorby's chariot broken over there. I think my other one did as well. Yeah, I brought it in here, that got broken too. But, you know, they've done a lot of damage. They've really disrupted the enemy's lines. And, as you can see, most of their units are just hanging on by a thread here, which is really good news for me. Unfortunately, you know, his gyrobombers, well, gyrocopters rather, they're all fine. You know, yeah, one's run out of ammo. The other two still got a couple more ammo, you know, a few more shots out of them, so they can pepper some trolls or whatever. And yeah, I mean they're pretty good at melee actually. Sort of underrated. You can't rely on them. You can't use them as a front line, but yeah, you get them in sort of, you know, a battle like this. Get some rear charges. That terror will, you know, really help capitalise on those charges. You know, you get the attack on the rear, and that's going to lower their morale, and then that could be enough for terror to take effect. And also, he's using them to chase off my guys here. And right now, I'm not left with many people. Obviously, my Chaos Warriors, they've got much better leadership than the Marauders, who have all run away. So, yeah, those all... Oh, no, got some Chaos Warriors have run as well. Oof. So, but yeah, they will stay in the fight much better than a lot of the others. In fact, those Marauders have stayed in the fight, so very amazing. So, here, I've got my Gorby's chariot in there again. Still got 3 models, actually. Yeah, not quite sure what they're doing there. Should have sent them over there, really. I think I lost track of them in amongst all this. But what can you do? So I've got these trolls trying to finish off what Slayers, not the best thing for them, but there aren't many there. And yeah, his infantry is starting to break now. Finally. So you can see though those Forsaken did get finished off by the Longbeards. Only 7 remain, which is pretty good. So yeah, not the best use of my Forsaken, but still, they did good. They did good. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them. So yeah, you can see his infantry is starting to go, which is great. A lot of mine are, you know, but they're coming back. You know, I just need to keep remembering to bring them back. Because, yeah, they just keep getting terrified. So that's very irritating. Here, though, finally getting to do some damage to his Rune Lord. So I charged him with, you know, the Gore Beasts, who've got good armor piercing. Generally good melee damage. I know, weapon strength 44, so not the best, but they seem to do well on the charge there. So, you know, that's good. So now he's surrounded by trolls. Obviously, the Rune Lord here, he's the most vulnerable. Okay, well, actually, now this gyrocopter is, because it's landed. But, no, the Rune Lord, way more vulnerable than his magic units, who have taken a ton of damage, can I just say. Because, you know, the Aspiring Champion's been here fighting them, so that's really good. But unfortunately, they've now broken, and I think he realises that they're a problem, so he's trying to deal with them. Got a lot of units terrifying off now. Basically everything, actually. It's only... Yeah, the only thing that's not running is Prince Sigvald, who's doing fine, actually. He's quite happy in there. You know, he's having a good time. So I've got him just trying to take out his Rune Lord, but he's completely surrounded, and his morale is starting to go. So at this point, I'm thinking this could be it. But, you know, I've got these guys have all come back, so I'm charging them all back in. But, I mean, look at this. I mean, he's still got the Gyrocopters, he's still got 7 Slayers, and, yeah, 2 Ethereal units, and, yeah, his Runesmith is still going for now. He's also got some infantry coming back in, which is a pain. And, but, finally got his Lord. So, yeah, Sigvald, great duelist that he is. But, you know, two Ethereal units, that's going to be a bit hard for him, I think. That's not going to be good. But I've got my Trolls back, they can start doing a bit of damage. I mean, they got high damage, right? So even against Ethereal units, I'd rather have the Trolls fighting than running away. So that should help. You can see his infantry, some of them have come back, but, yep, they've shattered now. They're not going to stay in the fight. Also, my Forsaken are back from over here. So, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Unfortunately, still getting Runes of Wrath and Ruin off with his with Throny Ironbrow, which is a bit annoying. And, yeah, his ruddy Gyrocopters just keep coming back, which is very annoying. They will shatter eventually, though. But, yeah, so you can see, you know, I've got guys running away again. Terrified again, which is very irritating. My one aspiring champion, he was coming back, then got terrified, which is annoying because he's the only one with a magic weapon. He's the only guy in this entire battlefield that has a magic weapon that can actually hurt these guys. But, you know, the attrition's starting to get to them. I've almost taken out King Lun. Annoyingly, I would have preferred to take out Throny first, but for some reason all the damage is going on Lun. But yeah, definitely prefer Throny going down, because he's the one with all the runes. So he can actually, he's got way higher damage potential than Throny at this point. And yeah, he can use, you know, Rune of Oath of Steel there, Rune Negation. He's just got a lot of utility at this point. So yeah, lost another unit, completely wiped out. I think that was my last aspiring champion. So that's very irritating. But you can see, I've still got a lot of guys. Leadership's holding pretty well for some of them. The Chaos Trolls are totally fine in this. Confident but exhausted. Those guys are eager. Like, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, ish is Forsaken to go again. But yeah, Chaos Warriors are going again. Yeah, this was crazy. At this point, me and the other guy were just saying in chat, like, this is so close. I think we can both see that this could go either way. I mean, now I am starting to get it back, but for a little while, you know, he didn't have many units left, I didn't have many units left, most of my guys were running away, it was looking so close. It was a bit ridiculous how close it was at one point. And you can see this guy, you know, his leadership's fine. Throny will fight forever. But, you know, that'll be his downfall, really, because he could do with running away, because he's going to die. Thank God, because, my God, this has been bloody. Very bloody fight. Yeah, you'll see how many casualties there were. But, you know, I am going to get him. I am going to get him. I've decided, right? I'm determined here. I don't care how many times these guys run away. I mean, look at that leadership. God, these Chaos Marauders are awful. But, you know, my Trolls are hanging in here, and so Sigvald. So, there we go. Finally do it. And, yeah, it was so close. It was such a close match. Like, so many times it looked like all my guys had broken, you know, but they came back. They came back, and he just ran out of units. You know, if I hadn't killed as many as I had, you know, with that first sort of big mass rout, he could have just cleaned up. But he just didn't have enough units left to, you know, sort of chase my guys off or anything. So, you know, eventually I won out, but God, it was close. So you can see, you know, Forsaken, they got the most kills, really. Them and the Gorby's chariots, and actually those Trolls did great. But one thing I find very surprising is when you look at the Marauders, how cheap they are, they got a fair few kills. Yeah, a lot of them outperform my Chaos Warriors, which I think is rather impressive. Because yeah, the Chaos Warriors, they got higher armor, but he brought all armor-piercing guys, so it didn't matter that I brought armor. You know, he was gonna circumvent that anyway. Whereas they weren't really gonna get that benefit, you know, that extra sort of punch against the Chaos Marauders because they don't have armor. So, you know, there's no armor to negate. So they were pretty much, you know, on an even playing field. You know, the Chaos Warriors, yes, they had armor, but it didn't matter. And these guys didn't pay for the armor, so they're nice and cheap. But, you know, they still perform as well. So it's a bit ridiculous, to be honest. I think I just might bring more Marauders generally as Chaos against the Dwarfs. Because, you know, they always bring armor piercing. You're going to against Chaos, aren't you? So throw a load of Marauders at them, they're going to go, oh, well, I've wasted a lot of money. So it works pretty well. But, I mean, Sigvald, he didn't get many kills, but he was basically dueling the whole time. I'm pretty sure he took out all of their heroes. So, pretty amazing. He healed a lot as well, so he was right on his healing cap at the end. So he couldn't have done that for much longer. But luckily, I had these guys surrounded, so they couldn't really get good hits on him. Once my guys actually came back, anyway. Yeah, sparring challenge, they didn't do a huge amount, but they would have done a lot of damage to his ethereal units, and they would have kept these guys fighting, and these guys got a lot more kills, so that was great. And Gore they did pretty well, not huge. Sometimes these guys can rack up like 200 kills, but I wasn't so lucky, because he didn't just have massive blobs of, cheap dwarf infantry to run through. He had a very solid line in a load of trees, so it was pretty tough. So, yeah, good fun though. So yeah, really well played, good smiling, and yeah, he was a lovely guy actually. Had a little sort of chat with him, A lot of people, I always say hi when I start a match with people, and some people just don't. They don't say hi, but this guy was happy to have a conversation. We were both saying to each other how close the match was and stuff, and that's good. I think that's what multiplayer games should be like. People just sort of giving each other a little pat on the back or a nod, being like, yeah, well fought, and so that's really good. So yeah, thanks, good smiling. You've given me a good smile. As cheesy as that sounds. So yeah, great game. Hopefully see you again soon. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay? Have a good one, guys.